Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Dark Souls 3. This is episode number 19, being recorded on Friday the 22nd of April. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today, whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So we finally made our way to the Profaned capital. And notwithstanding the King of Lothric, this is the last, or I suppose this area, insofar as we do find the Giant of the Profaned capital here. This is the last of the Lords of Cinder we need to, again, notwithstanding the King, this is the last of the Lords of Cinder that we have to find. I can't recall whether or not we came up this way. I did take yesterday off, so I'm trying to remember. I do remember us being just in a frenzy trying to get to the bonfire, and that in the process we actually ran past a gargoyle type enemy. So let's go see if we can take that enemy out. But first I suppose I need to figure out how the heck it is we're supposed to get there. Because yeah, I can't remember which path we took to get here. I think it might have been that one. But there is another gargoyle down there, so we'll just go take this one out. That is one long descent. Whoa. Okay, so that thing I said a couple episodes, that thing I said a couple episodes ago that looked like a Lord vessel, is actually a turret of some sort. Okay, so this is definitely the way forward. I do realize that we're probably not finished everything in the Irithyll dungeon. What are you? But if I recall correctly, there were several keys that we did not have that we are going to have to get. Oh. We're off to a good start, I guess. That's the ladder there that we took to get up to the bonfire. So let's go down here first. So I assume we have to drop down from the top to get that item. Ah. I don't know which one it was, but we're doing pretty good in terms of ratings on our messages. Again, that's a mechanic I think is really, really cool. And I believe it was Dark Souls 1 that did away with the message healing you thing. And I don't recall if it even existed in Dark Souls 2. There he is. Hello. Ouch. I very much doubt we can parry this thing. But it might be worth a try. Or not. Gargoyle Flame Spear. stone torch spear wielded by the gargoyles of the Profaned capital. The profane flame, which never goes out, imbues this weapon with a fire attack. Cool. Let's just check around here real quick, because I can't recall, because again, I do remember us being in a mad rush to get to the bonfire as soon as it became evident that we were entering another area, and that we had left the Earthhill dungeon behind. Okay. I'm pretty sure we got everything in that room when we took it really slow with the poison arrows and whatnot, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I do know that we have to return there in order to make use of, or in order to unlock several doors that that were locked while we were there, but we do need keys first before we're going to be able to do that. Here, but no bonfire ahead. Okay. So I see several ladders. Are we going to find a Laddersmith Gilligan type character somewhere here? There's several broken ladders. There's another item up there. Okay, so this is the same place we descended. And fell to our death, or is it? No. Oh, hello, friend. Might as well just use the same strategy we used in the last one here. See, I can't recall if it happened on camera or not, but we did get another undead bone shard, bringing our Estus up to +8. And what's very interesting about that is that it indicates that we are bound very specifically to the Firelink Shrine bonfire. Because if I recall correctly, none of the other bonfires actually indicate what the bonfire quote-unquote level is. So the one we're at +8, so the bonfire at Firelink is now at level... It's now at level 9, it says. And yet, when we rest at any bonfire, our Estus refills to the exact same, you know, it's the same power, same number of, same charges and all that. So, okay, so this is how we get that item. Rusted coin. I have a feeling this area is going to confuse me a lot. But yeah, so there's something about the bonfire at Firelink. Let's sit and see if it shows the level. Yeah, it doesn't have a level. So when we sit at any bonfire, there doesn't seem to be any mechanical distinction between sitting at that bonfire and sitting at the bonfire at Firelink. Although there is, I've been noticing it more and more each time I upgrade my Estus flask, that the flame at Firelink, and that really does look like a place you can drop down. So I'm surprised that that was just an instant death. But yeah, the bonfire at Firelink, the fire is getting larger. The flame is growing. Oh, this is a bad spot to fight you. Let's see if we can lure him over here. So yeah, so I don't know what any of this means. And maybe I will by the time the game finishes, maybe I won't. But either way, that's something that we're all going to... Something I mentioned in a comment a few days ago, that it's something that we're all going to definitely be talking about when we endeavor to start doing a Let's Talk Lore series. Oh, he's got a shield. I didn't even notice that. Unless it's using its wing? Yeah, it looks like it was using its wing as a shield. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the comment was, I think it was random name first name, last name. I don't remember the user because it's I think purposely generic. Was, will Bloodborne Let's Talk Lore be finishing? And the answer is yes. We're going to wrap up Bloodborne Let's Talk Lore as soon as I'm done recording. Oh no, not more of these guys. This reminds me a lot of Drangleic Castle, the room in which we fight the Twin Dragon Riders. I believe it was the Drangleic Castle treasury, where there's just all sorts of gold and silver just strewn about in the room, as though it no longer has any value. But yes, we are going to be finishing Bloodborne Let's Talk Lore as soon as I'm done recording this series, because I'm running very short on hard disk space, to the point where every single time I upload a video, I'm forced to delete. Hopefully we can fight this guy without those guys over there noticing. Yeah, I'm having to delete episodes as I upload them, just because I'm running so short on disk space. And so, yeah, as soon as I'm done with this playthrough, gonna start working on that. The conclusion of Bloodborne Let's Talk Lore, so I'm very excited for that. And then, that's really creepy. After that, I do have my comprehensive exams. I finally set a date for them, so it's, set a date range, I guess you could say. I told the program that I would be ready by July 1st, so in the first couple of weeks of July, I'm going to be writing it's an oral exam, a 3-hour oral exam where I'm basically being quizzed on 150 different books, or readings in general. Not all of them are books. And so that's going to require a fair bit of my attention. So the current plan is this. After I finish this series, I'm going to wrap up Bloodborne Let's Talk Lore. I do intend on wrapping up the Dark Souls 1 casual playthrough eventually, but that's going to continue to be on hiatus for now. And then after this series is done and Bloodborne Let's Talk Lore is done, I'm going to take a long break. Maybe not a long break, but certainly until I'm finished my comprehensive exams. So you can expect me to return, provided everything goes well. So it looks like we found a boss room. You can expect me to return, provided everything goes well with my comprehensive exams in mid-July, with a playthrough of some sort. Now, that doesn't mean I won't be doing any content, but just that I won't be starting or working on any playthroughs until such time as I'm through with my comprehensive exams. In some corners, there's this perception about playthroughs that they're not terribly difficult to do. They don't involve a lot of work. But I've said this before, and I'm not going to repeat myself too much because I've said it multiple times, but doing playthroughs is a lot of work, especially one like this where I'm trying to release them at a rate of 1 a day because, yeah, frankly, it's a new Dark Souls game and I want to play it, but I can't just sit there for 8 hours and play it because I don't have the disk space to be able, and nor do I have the energy to record 8 hours of gameplay in a row. The first 2 games, the first 2 days this game was out, I recorded 4 episodes, each of about an hour, and that just really took it out of me. And so since then, I've been recording about 1 per day. And then prior to that, I was spending maybe 10 or 15, 20 hours a week working on Bloodborne Let's Talk Lore. This is a bad situation. Very bad situation. And yeah, so all of this is to say pretty much since the summer, since July of 2015 when I started doing Bloodborne Let's Talk Lore, I've been going non-stop with this YouTube channel, and in addition to needing time specifically to prepare for my comprehensive exams, I just need a break. So there will likely be live streams. I don't know when, and I don't know what form they will take, but I will be live streaming. Unlikely that I will be uploading those live streams to YouTube, save maybe for clips and stuff like that, because again, it's a whole lot of work downloading things from Twitch and then you know, editing the sound and resyncing it up so that it's suitable quality-wise for YouTube. We also, as you will have seen, I think, in one of the... Oh, and I already read the description for this. What am I doing? Yeah, we have the Black Wolf Ferris, and we upgraded it to +6. We do have 2 Titanite chunks, so we could have upgraded to +7, but we are, of course, hoping to get 2 more Titanite chunks so that we can... Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that damage. 2 more Titanite chunks so that we can upgrade our Claymore to +7. Or +8, rather. And yeah, we also got a whole lot of arrows. Feather arrows, specifically. And now we're no longer really having to wait to poison enemies. We can just take them out more or less with... Oh, that was probably a bad decision to shoot that one. Although, these guys are just sort of standing there. What's happening over here? Okay, I guess just go back to staring at the wall here. Oh, it's a nice wall. You know, Jim's really getting the hang of the bricklaying thing. We should give him a promotion. Oh, the cheese. I love the cheese. This is the type of cheese I missed in Bloodborne. Just bow cheese. Nice and simple. Just shooting enemies from a distance and watching their AI bumble as they try to figure out what the heck to do. Let's see if we can poison this last one, just for old time's sake. There we go. Alright. Let's see if any of these are Honorary of Astora. No. So yeah, so I've continued doing my co-op playthrough with the Trash Man. Not presently going anywhere near where we are in this playthrough, but I continue to notice things I've missed in the early areas. And one of those things is in the catacombs. I happened across Honorary of Astora, standing by herself, asking me, or asking my other build, about Horus and whether we've seen him. I believe she said she fell for a trap or something, so it seems like Patches is really just out to get everyone. And she mentioned that if we find Horus, we'll tell him that... We should tell him that she'll leave prism stones to mark her path, and that she remains in the catacombs. And so, of course, after hearing that, I went back to this build and went over to the same spot to see whether I might... That's a new position for a corpse model. To see whether I might find her there still, because, you know, she said that she remains in the catacombs. But when I went over to find her, all I found was a prism stone. So, yeah. We may have screwed up Henri's quest line. But in any case, I also thought we screwed up Siegfried's quest line, but seems like we got a second chance there. So I'm hoping that the same is true of Henri's quest line. Beware of Fatty. Be wary of Fatty. Which Fatty? The other thing I noticed too is that I did some experimentation with the NPCs in Firelink, and I've come to the tentative conclusion that our sorcerer friend was in fact murdered by Yhorm of Karim. So beyond kind of the environmental evidence I presented in a previous episode with sort of the opposing positioning of the cleric merchant and the sorcerer merchant, I tested several of the triggers, and each time I would warp away from Firelink and come back, he was still alive with Yhorm of Karim just standing there. And then so after I tested all the other triggers, I spoke to Yhorm, warped away, came back, Yhorm was gone, sorcerer was dead. So I'm 99% sure that Yhorm is the culprit. Very clever how they hide the chains on some of these, but this does not look like a mimic. Ember, okay. We also picked up a dagger of sorts. The handmaid's dagger. Dagger used by handmaids of the Profaned capital. Each successive attack replenishes a slight amount of FP. It is said that these women took pleasure in wounding others. Well, that's not nice. That's a mimic. That's a mimic as well. Okay. I don't think we have any undead hunter charms. Probably should have bought some, because we're more or less awash in souls at this point. No, all we have is the dual charm. We tried it last time, but maybe we missed. Let's try again. Nope. Okay, so neither of them can heal, so at least there's that. See if we can attack one without hitting the other, because that would be bad news. Great Shield of Glory. That looks like Orma or Reeve's Great Shield. From Dark Souls 2. Could be remembering that wrong, though. Either that or the Drake Keeper's Great Shield. Rusted gold coin. Yeah, that's the Drake Keeper's Great Shield. A great shield adorned with flowing patterns, a celebration of an ancient glory. Boasts the high stability of such shields, but with reduced stamina regeneration speed. Perhaps it is glory that begets indolence. Okie dokes. So we got everything there, we got everything there. Don't know if we checked over here. I think we did. Alright. I guess it's time to check out the boss. We picked up a Divine Blessing as well, just in case. I have gold pine bundles. I'm not really a big fan of the bundles, seeing how fast they run out, but I suppose it's better than nothing. That's a lot of summon signs. Let's look for white ones. Not Henri. Not Henri, yeah. Oh, Henri, where are you, friend? This playthrough you can just rename to Regret and the Search for Henri or something. Yhorm the Giant of the Profaned capital. I was expecting it to be a preliminary boss first. I was not expecting to come up against him right away like this. We're not doing a lot of damage at all here. I'm going to assume that we maybe have to weaken his legs or something. And then we'll do a critical hit of some description. So if I recall correctly, he's the only Lord of Cinders that we've come across so far who actually looks like he's in Cinder mode or whatever, or in Ember mode. So we're still doing basically no damage to him. Wonder if maybe we need to hit his hands or something. Yeah, I'm really surprised that we came across Yhorm just like that. I had assumed that, yeah, that was going to be a boss that would lead us into another area, and then in that area we would be fighting Yhorm. Though I suppose it has been quite a while since we've even done a boss fight, so... now we need to remember how the heck we got there. Okay, that's where we came from. I don't know if we went this way. We did not. Oh, come on. Chunks, please? No. Oh, although... Okay, never mind. We can now upgrade our shield to +4. There's another crystal lizard there. And another hole. Twinkling Titanite. Now we need 2 more Titanite chunks. I am intrigued by the description for the Twinkling Titanite. Says that it upgrades weapon, special weapons. I don't remember exactly what the term was for it. To +4. So, suggesting perhaps that we are going to need to look for a Twinkling Titanite slab or something like that. Did we miss an item? Oh no, this is a different spot. Okay, I guess this area is much larger than I thought it was. Blooming purple moss clump. We do have 30,000 souls in the boss room. And that looks like it's going to attack us. So, yeah, maybe we should come back here. You don't look friendly at all. Alright, we'll come back here. No, it was there. Now I remember where we need to go. That's the move I'm looking for. Yep. We need to hit his arms. That move is so annoying. Stop it, please. Problem is, he does that two-handed plunge attack so infrequently that you're left just having to dodge him constantly until he does it. It's kind of tedious so far, at least. Although I recognize I'm probably not... something about the mechanics I'm probably not understanding at this point. Storm Ruler. Okay. So if I recall correctly, that's a weapon from Demon Souls that you need. You need it to fight a certain boss. You need it to fight the, like, giant stingray things. Okay. Didn't work as I was expecting it to. Okay, maybe it doesn't actually serve the same purpose here. This is tedious. Really, really tedious. And that move certainly does not help. Oh! Finally! Maybe we're just supposed to... I was thinking that it's because his arms don't have the same... aren't protected as well as his legs are. But I wonder if it's that we're just supposed to hit the ember parts. Second phase, finally. What now? Oh, crud. Now the pressure's really on because I really don't want to do that first phase again. That move is so annoying. As is the camera. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is probably my least favorite fight in the game so far. Yeah, there's definitely something going on there that I just don't understand yet. So let's see the item description for the Storm Ruler. Greatsword with a broken blade, also known as the Giant Slayer, for the residual strength of storm that brings giants to their knees. Yhorm the Giant once held 2 of these, but gave one to the humans who doubted him, and left the other to a dear friend before facing his fate as a Lord of Cinder. Skill, Storm King, assume stance to imbue sword with storm, most effective when facing giants. So are we going to have to carry both of these? One of them to bring him to his knees, and the other one maybe to... But then we're going to have to worry about FP as well. So let's reallocate our Estus.
Just wasn't he?
First time I thought we were going to have to do this. I didn't think we would have to do that at all, in fact. It can be reinforced. Oh, with Titanite scales. Well, I suppose we're not going to be using them for anything else. So, might as well. If it's going to make that boss fight tolerable. We're losing about 60 damage, but... Can we have both of them equipped without going over the weight limit? We can, in fact. Yeah, we are also wearing the Alva set, and I suppose I should read the description for that. Protection of Alva, Seeker of the Spurned. This steel body armor was trimmed to reduce weight. To this day, troubadours sing of tales of the wandering knight Alva and his travels, and of his involvement with the saint and the witch. Needless to say, the songs traditionally end in tragedy. So, Storm Ruler. So it imbues it with Storm, and then... But does it only really last one hit? Yeah. So you really gotta make effective use of that. And so you can see the like I was saying earlier, that now that we have our Estus Flask at +8, the flame is almost reaching the top of the coiled sword there. Whereas previously it was about halfway up, maybe a quarter. So that's pretty interesting. So this looks, at the very least, it looks like it has... Oh no, it doesn't have the same move set as the Claymore. Different move set, but... I might be remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same name of the sword that you needed to defeat that one boss fight in... Or to defeat that one boss in Demon Souls, which is very interesting that they would just bring this over and have it serve a very similar purpose. Okay, so we can do, let's see how many hits we can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits we can manage.
Well, very well, then taken. Farewell.
We need 2 more 1,000 souls. So it consumes how much? 20 FP, and our current FP is 93. So if we level up... That's not enough.
Well, very well, then take none.
If we put another point in attunement, yeah, we're still short by 2 FP, so let's not bother with that. Might as well put... I've been putting more points into Dex than I have into Strength, because our Claymore is presently on the Sharp path. I would put it on the Refined path, but I haven't been able to find another Refined stone at this point, so... Oh, but that's the damage for... Oh, never mind, yeah, so that's getting 3... Yeah, so we get 2 attack points for if we put a level in the Strength, and 3 if we put it into Dex, so we'll just continue leveling Dex. At least until we get it to 30. And we might as well upgrade our shield. And not bother with this one, because we're going to need to be dodging that fire damage instead of blocking it.
Ah, it wasn't neat.
So this is at +4, so what do we need now? Oh, just the Titanite slab, eh? Interesting, very interesting.
Pretty big like that.
It's an interesting balance there to be struck. Alright, back to the Profaned capital. I keep missing. It doesn't seem to be working so far. Maybe we have to hit him in the hands. I guess maybe we have to stay close to him to trigger the two-handed attack. The problem is the camera. It's so hard to see when he's doing the attack. And so when he invariably does it, you wind up missing your chance to actually hit his arms. There it is. Oh, come on! Yep, so far seems to be a complete bust. Doesn't seem to be doing anything that our Claymore wasn't doing. Maybe we're not supposed to use the action skill at all. We're just supposed to charge it and then hit. This is, yeah, definitely the worst boss fight of the game so far, in my opinion. Because it's just not fun. There's probably something I'm missing here. It's the only conclusion I can draw. Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode, so thank you all very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.